Hi guys, it's SimOP from Beard, Biceps and Batchat, and today we're going to be looking at some gameplay in my T-54. I thought this would be quite interesting. It's a 7-on-7. It was done first thing in the morning. Baby had woken up early at 4 o'clock and that's what was available on the European server. It's a bit more tactical when it's 7-on-7, so I thought it'd make for an interesting replay. And as you can see here, I'm perched on top of a cliff. So what I'm doing currently is just trying to spot the enemy as quickly as possible, just to try and assess what their layout is, how they're deploying. So at the moment we're just making our way to the base with the Panther beside me. We've got the rest of the team, the heavies, coming down the middle, and as usual we've got a heavy camping base. Why not? Makes sense. Currently I'm just coming up the top of the cliff, and what I'm looking to do here is to try and spot their arty, so our arty can take it out nice and quick, and so it's not having too much effect on gameplay. So I'm just cresting the ridge just so I can spot it without taking a shot. There we go, I'm spotted. We've managed to find it, obviously flush the shot, why not? Pull back just to make sure there's nothing on the ridge that can hit me. Sixth sense has gone off. Just having a little look around just to see what else has cropped up and where else our team's positioned, and we've noticed the T-54 to our left. With it being such a small amount of players in the game, it's quite important to take the T-54 out fairly quickly. So we've got my team shooting him currently, so what I'm actually trying to do here is to take his front drive wheel out. Now you'll see me do it now. Not only will that immobilise him, it'll do damage to him as well. Now the beauty of this is we'll also get tracked damage as well, so even though I'm not doing direct damage, we'll still get assists and we'll get experience at the end of the battle from the damage done by our team. At the moment we've just located one of the enemy heavies who's literally going to start YOLOing me. So again, I'm aiming for the front drive wheel just to track him, do some damage, and let my team add some more damage to him. Obviously that's not gone to plan, and I'm getting absolutely bum rushed by him at the moment. So we're just keeping our armour angled towards him, and we're just trying to keep him tracked. There we go, and just a little nudge just to make sure the tracks remain damaged. Now at the minute we've got their TD spotted. We are 3 tanks up with a T-29 spotted on the ridge and their TD on the ridge as well. So at the moment I'm thinking if I push up the ridge, put a bit of pressure on the T-29, pin him in place, so the rest of my team can focus fire him down, or at the very least join me at the bottom of the ramp so we can start pushing up and clearing the ridge line. Now as you're going to see here, it doesn't quite go to plan. So again, aim for the tracks, pin him in place, but his friend appears and very quickly I realise this isn't going to work well, this isn't in my favour. So at this point I'm effectively trading HP to keep them pinned in place until the rest of my team can join me. Potentially it's a bit of a mistake, I don't know, let me know in the comment section. But as you can see on the mini-map, our heavy's dead, that was by base, and they've got a heavy free, again that's pushing towards our cap. So just looking at our team, realistically I'm the only tank quick enough that can get back to our cap in time. So the trade-off for the HP to pin those guys in place so I can get back to the cap seemed like the right call to me. It's probably at this point I've traded far too much HP with them, doing very little damage in return. And I start making my way back to base just as I see the arty die. Now I'm a little concerned that the tanks on the ridge might get shots off on me, as I was spotted then. So again, probably driving in a straight line isn't the best thing to do here. There we go, I'm spotted again. With such low hit points, it would not be ideal to get hit now. That would pretty much be game over. So we're just making our way through the middle of the map as quick as possible to our cap. We've got plenty of time, so we don't have to rush into the cap and just try to get a snapshot off. We can do a little bit of planning. So I know with my crew skills and the equipment I've got on my T-54, I'll be able to outspot the heavy that's sitting on our cap. So if I do a drive-by, I should be able to locate where he's sat, spot him without being spotted in return. There we go, we've got him spotted. We can see he's a one hit. I've not been spotted, so rather than going up the ramp that he's facing, I'm going to make my way round the back. There's a nice little bit of cover here, and I'll be able to get hull down, so if he does get a shot off on me, he hopefully either hits my turret and ricochets off or misses completely. Now, as I mentioned in my introduction video, I have special moments, so you are about to see a special moment or two. So I line up my shot, miss. I've been detected, the tank's turning towards me, I start pulling back, keep my armour angled towards him, go for the second shot. Again, I bounce off the terrain I'm using as cover and don't actually hit him. At this point, it's looking quite dire. There's not long left on the cap, so we switch to HE and just bounce a shot off him just to reset the cap. Now it's at this point I start pulling back. I'm looking for 6 Sense to drop off and to come from a different angle, but he starts pushing on me. So we track him just to get some distance between us. I get very, very lucky with his shot there, and you'll notice here I actually aim just in front of him and the shot actually lifted up, so it was a little bit lucky there. So now we are 2 versus 1, our cap's reset. I am literally, anything will kill me, any shot that hits me will take me out, game over, and it'll be very, very awkward. So at this point it's better to defend than attack, so I'm going to make my way a little bit forward past here to a position that gives me plenty of visibility but allows me to get hull down. Now what you'll also see me do is knocking the trees down. Now the reason I'm knocking the trees down before I think they're going to get there is in case I'm manoeuvring, I don't want them to see the trees fall before they spot me and get an idea of my position. So I'm going to start taking those down, and you never know, they might add a little bit to camouflage as well. If they don't, well, it's too late, it's done now. So I'm in the process of knocking them down and just trying to figure out where the enemy are going to come up. So at this point I get spotted. I quickly angle my armour towards him, zoom in, manage to get the shot off before he shoots me. There's a little bit of gameplay here that I've taken out just because it's boring and I'm chasing around a Ferdinand. But what you'll notice there is I was lit up with 6 Sense, but rather than moving in any direction, I waited for it to wear off. Now the reason for that is, I don't know where the Ferdinand is, but he knows where I am roughly. So I don't want to be giving him any ideas which direction I'm heading. So we fast forward a little bit, and their TD's on our cap. Again, plenty of time to get there and reset it, so I try and do the same trick again, go around the back. I've got a good idea that he'll be facing the front ramp, and he is. And we take out the... no we don't, we just get some damage. We miss the front wheel drive, we pull back behind cover. Now it's at this point again, we've got 6 Sense on. He's facing towards me. Judging from my shots before, it's not worth pushing around that way. So I wait for 6 Sense to wear off, sneak back around to the other side and go up the other ramp. At this point in my head during the game, I'm thinking, right, I'll just outmaneuver him, I've got this, nothing he can do here, game's in the bag. What you're going to see is another very special moment. In about 3 or 4 seconds time, I come up the ramp, very pleased with myself, I feel I've outpositioned him, and then all of a sudden I just see a red dot on my screen, can't figure out where he is, start panicking, but thankfully I've managed to spot him before he's realised where I am. Now I bounced my first shot. At this point he should have killed me, so I start pushing towards the cliff to make sure he can't get his shot off unless he comes over the cliff first, which gives me back the first shot opportunity. So overall it was an interesting game, a little bit close. Let me know what you think of the replay, anywhere where I can improve. Did I make any mistakes? And if so, how can they be improved upon? If you liked the video, subscribe and like. Actually,